Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So this video is dedicated to Spacehulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition from the What's Next event, which I was present at in Paris. For those of you who do not know, I was invited by Focus Interactive to go to that event and look at some 40k games. If you want to check out some of the other 40k games which was previewed at that event, then there is a link in this video's description to a playlist which has all that stuff and you can enjoy it in your own free time. So let's speak about Spacehulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. I know a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions about this game, and rightly so. There's a lot to talk about, so let's just jump in and let's get started. So one of the big things in Spacehulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition which is going to be coming is a big push on optimization. I was sitting down with the developers and they were discussing the optimization. They weren't happy on how the game was first released, and they saw everyone's feedback, they saw everyone's comments about how the game wasn't running too well, people were having frame rate drops and all that kind of stuff. So one of the main focuses on the Enhanced Edition is optimization, to make sure it runs smoothly, make sure everyone has a great playing experience when they come to get this game. Even with my rig, and my rig's a decent rig, I was still having problems, but when I got to play the actual test version of the game, and I was actually in the beta version of testing the Enhanced Edition as well late last year, and I noticed a massive improvement when it came to optimization. The game runs so smoothly. I was getting like in the upper 80s, 90s, even breaking hundreds in the FPS. Even when there was big zergs of Tyranids coming at you and there's flames and there's bolt of fire everywhere, everything's exploding, the game was still keeping that steady high frame rate, which I felt was fantastic. And optimization is not only the big thing in the Enhanced Edition patch. Another huge factor is that there is a new unlock system now where you can unlock skins, weapon skins, player abilities, weapon mods, all that kind of stuff, weapon, you know, like different sword skins, everything like that. All this is coming over, and the way they're doing that is with an in-game currency. Now, let me just be clear, nothing is microtransactions in this game. Everything that you earn via the currency is earned in-game. You will not be spending any real cash at all in this game. The way it works is that, let's say for example I play as an apothecary. I take my apothecary into either solo play or multiplayer, and I'm really good at being an apothecary. I'm keeping my team healed, I'm keeping them moving, they're topped up with health, everything is going well. That translates into XP, and that XP then becomes the currency when I finish the match, and I can then spend on improving my apothecary more. Your characters that you pick now level outside of the games, where the main problem was in the version with Deathwing now is that you only leveled while you was in game, and once you finished that game you just went back to level 0. So when you came to play the multiplayer games, I felt there was no sense of accomplishment at all, because everything that you earned during that mission just didn't matter because you just lost it all at the end. And now with the Enhanced Edition, you actually have a sense of accomplishment with your characters because you're investing time into them, and that time shows with your characters. For example, we'll go back to the apothecary again. I had the apothecary and I invested so much time playing the apothecary that I was able to unlock a chapter skin for the apothecary. It was a Guardians of the Covenant chapter skin. You do have chapter skins to unlock. They're all Dark Angels. It's not Imperial Fist or anything like that. It's all Dark Angel based. And the apothecary looked amazing, and when I'm going into games now, I can show that skin off saying, hey, look how much time I've dedicated to playing this character, and look at all the cool stuff I've unlocked. It shows that you're an experienced player playing that class, and people say, okay, that guy knows what he's doing, look at all the stuff he's got equipped in him. So visually, in that sense, it's a really good way to identify good players when you come to play online. And most of all, it gives you something to be, well, I feel, to be proud of when you actually play online now, or play solo play. You know, it gives you a goal to aim for with your character, whatever character class you want to play. That is assault, heavy weapons, tactical, apothecary, librarian. It gives you a goal now to play that certain character and try and make him the best of the best. It makes the game have a level of replayability now, because that was one of the main problems with with Spacehulk Deathwing 1, was that you went on, you played some of the missions, and after 3 or 4 you just got so tired and so bored of it because you weren't really earning anything at all, and you just quit. Well, now you have the replayability factor bringing you back into the game, because you can earn more stuff for your characters and unlock these wide variety of weapons, skins, mods, and all that kind of stuff. So this is one of the big features which I'm really looking forward to in Spacehulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. I started to ask some questions about the actual missions themselves. How random are the missions? And they said like the missions are very random. random. Like, the percentage of getting the same objectives is very, very small. So again, that becomes back into the replayability. So when you do these random missions, you're always getting a different objective, so you don't feel like you're playing the same mission over and over again. There's always a different objective to do. There's always something else to do on that said map that you got to be revisiting. They did discuss about balance in game as well. They have tweaked some weapons, and they have tweaked some enemies in game to be a bit more balanced, a bit more threatening and stuff like that. So that's welcome for me, because there was some times when I felt some of the weapons were a bit too powerful and the Tyranids went down a bit much. So if they can bring some more balance and level it out, and it makes it a better gaming experience, then I'm definitely all for that. You know, balance at the end of the day keeps games like this alive. There's two new units which are being added to the game as well on the Tyranid side. One is a new hybrid, and I actually got to see this in the game. I was playing the game and one came at me. They are absolutely massive. They're huge. They're probably like the same size of the Terminators, and there's two variants of them. There's one ranged and there's one melee. Basically, they're very, very slow, but they're really, really powerful. So if you manage to get them into, say, melee range, they can do a lot of melee damage to you. So you have to really prioritize these, but the thing is that they take a lot of shots to bring down, so you really have to get your squad focusing on these big units, because like I said, if they can get close to you, then they can probably cause a lot of damage. And the next unit was the exploding Tyranid. Basically what this one does, it just runs at you, and if it gets to you, as soon as it gets to like a Terminator, it'll just explode. But the fun thing is that if you kill it before it gets to you, it also explodes. So if you can time it and shoot at it in like a crowd of Tyranids, it will explode and kill all the Tyranids around you. But if you're not looking out and one of these come behind you and hit your squad in the back, again, it can do a lot of damage. Now, after playing the game for some time and just, you know, experiencing it, it was really, really fun. And we got to speaking about the whole community interaction and stuff, because I know a lot of people are frustrated with the lack of community interaction. I'm on your side. I know they haven't really been speaking that much, or they haven't been putting a lot of information out. So I brought this up. I was like, you know, there's a lot of frustration between the community. They feel like they haven't been kept in the loop, and they completely understood this. They held their hands up and said, yes, I know we haven't done the best job at communicating with the community. They, like I said, they were completely aware of the community frustration, and they did acknowledge that they could have done a better job with giving us more information about what the hell is going on with the Enhanced Edition. They said that the release date last year was a bit of a mix-up, since the big thing is that Amazon listed it, and like some of the gaming sites listed it that it was coming out in December, and that was never the intention, because they still had a lot of work to do for the console version still. So the problem was that these companies listed it on their websites and it wasn't done, and then people saw that. I, for one, saw it and thought, okay, it must be coming out this year, because Amazon listed it, I think it was for the 6th of December. So this got added into the pile, and then that went back, and that added to the frustration of the community, saying, well, the game was supposed to be out in December, but it wasn't really out in December. And on their part, again, they said they should have been more clear with people and come out with a statement saying, no, the game is not coming out this month. And at the end of the day, they've held their hands up, they've said they're sorry about that, and they just want to try and focus now on getting the game out and get it in our hands. Now, on the subject of the release date, I did ask him, is the game due out, you know, this month, next month? And all they said that the game is definitely coming out this year. They don't have a date for it just yet. Now, the reason for this is, and I know a lot of people are frustrated by this, but the reason is that they haven't given themselves a date because they want to get the game absolutely perfect. They know that the game just wasn't the best when it launched back in, you know, last year. Was it last year? Well, whenever the game launched, it wasn't the best, and it really hurt the game. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, refunded the game, and there was a lot of problems where, you know, people couldn't load it and stuff like that. People just didn't play the game because of the problems they're experiencing. So what these chaps were saying is that they want to get this game absolutely perfect, and this is why it's taking its time. And I understand that from a development standpoint, that they want to get this game perfect. Me, as a fan who loves this Deathwing game, wants them to get this game perfect. I want Deathwing to be a very successful game, so I don't really mind them taking more time on getting this game right, just as long as when it does come out, the game is completely perfect and it it's, you know, it's a fun game to play. I know this is probably going to cause some debate. I know this is going to get people angry and stuff like that, but I think we have to look at it from a standpoint as fans. We want the best game possible, don't we, chaps? We want this game to be successful, and this brings, well, it leads on to the next subject about new content being added to Spacehulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. I did ask, is this it now? Is this what we're only going to get for this game? Just the Enhanced Edition is like the last big update for the game? And they said, no, we want this game to have a lot more content, but that depends on how successful the game is. And they want this game to be successful, so that's why they're taking their time to get everything perfect, so when it does launch, it sells well, and then, you know, it goes back to the bigger bosses who are ever on top saying, hey, look, Spacehulk Deathwing's selling, let's give these guys a bigger budget so they can add more content. For me as a fan, that is what I want. I want this game to carry on. I want it to be successful. I want more content added to this game. I would love, like, you know, other chapter DLCs, more maps, maybe Steam Workshop into added to the game and stuff like that. I want this kind of stuff brought to the game. I do think Deathwing Enhanced Edition is going to be a success. I've very much enjoyed playing from what I've played from it. I do think like the customization, the unlocks, adding more to your characters, making characters actually feel like personalized characters will add to the game. The replayability is going to be a big thing for me. It's going to be a big factor getting people back in, because at the moment there's not a lot of people playing the game. So I really do think adding this level of customization and personality to your characters will bring those people back and hopefully make new players stay and play the game, because it is a fantastic game. We just need that bigger push to keep people coming back and playing. Alright chaps, that's me done for another video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I've passed on some information. If you have got any more questions at all, post them below and I'll do my best to answer them and, you know, try and give you some form of an answer. If you want to go and check out more of the videos, like I said at the start, there's a link in the description which has all the other information for all the other 40k games that I visited and had the chance to learn about at the event. It was a really fun day. I want to say thank you to the developers, thank you to everyone who's involved. Very much enjoyed it. It was really awesome. Again, thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you all very soon. See you chaps, and bye bye.